Hi there, this is Greg Griffin again with another Google Classroom tutorial. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to create and set up a Google quiz assignment that the kids can take and that will score itself. I would like to begin by giving a very strong I want to say disclaimer, but reminder that we are not putting any numerical grades in PowerSchool right now for grades K through 11 anyway. No numerical grades in PowerSchool at this time. However, I might still want to create a quiz and send it out for my kids to take it as a formative assessment so that I can gauge what they know or what they've retained or what they've learned, and so that I know who I need to work with more on which objective or which standard. And so it would just be for lesson planning, instructional planning purposes that I would use this quiz feature right now. And I would just remind parents and students that I'm not putting any grades in PowerSchool, but that the quiz will help me plan future instruction and just help me kind of gauge where my students are with their learning. Okay, so I've got two tabs again. I have the tab over here where I am the teacher. The class code is there. You can tell I'm the teacher because the class code is showing. For one thing, on the other tab, I am a student in my own class. See how the class code goes away. It looks a lot the same, but a little bit different. So here's the student view. Okay, so to create a quiz that will score itself, as the teacher, I'm going to go to the classwork tab, and then I'm going to click on create, and I'm going to choose quiz assignment. And I'm going to name my quiz, or name the quiz assignment, American History Quiz. And I could provide instructions, but I don't have to. I might put, after viewing the documentary that I shared yesterday, please complete this quiz. And I could give them more instructions if I wanted to. Then by default, when I create a quiz assignment, there is a blank Google form quiz attached to my assignment. Now, you have an option here called locked mode on Chromebooks. This would make sense if you were in the classroom. It would make it where it was kind of like kiosk mode when we do the EOG, so that students would be unable to Google their answer. Right now, I don't even know if I would fool with it because we don't know what they're doing at home. They could be yelling across the room, "Hey, mom, what is it?" They could be asking brother or sister. They could be looking it up on their phone. I mean, so I don't even know if I would mess with this option, but it is a neat option for when you're in the room. Okay, so at some point I'm going to have to click on my quiz and I'm going to have to work on my quiz. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and it's going to say blank quiz. I don't want it to say that. I want it to be American History Quiz. This is just an example. And I also want to name it up here so it's not blank. Okay, and just like when we use forms, which this is not a Google Forms tutorial, I'm just showing you kind of how to use a form for a self-graded quiz. But just like a Google form that you would be designing outside of Google Classroom, you do have your options to customize the theme. You can change the color if you want to. You can even choose an image for a header. They have these preloaded images that you can choose from, or you could upload a file. Let's say I've got one here that I want to use. And then I can just kind of drag it around. I could shrink it, but I can only make it that big because it's a header. And when I'm done, I can click on done, and I can wait for my computer to get its life together. And then I have a nice header that matches my topic, my subject here, right? You don't have to do that. I just like little things like that make your stuff set apart from everybody else's stuff, right? And so then it's time to start designing my quiz. So for my question one, I'm going to put, who was the second president of the USA. Okay, and I want it to be a multiple choice because I want to be able to set it up to grade itself. So my first option is going to be George Washington. My second option is going to be Thomas Jefferson. And my third option is going to be John Adams. Now, most people would put 4 options. For right now, I'm just going to do 3 because I'm trying to save time. So, but I could have 4 or 5 if I wanted to, or more options if I wanted to. Then I need to click on, if I want to set it to score itself, I need to click on, first of all, I'm going to make it required, and then I'm going to click on answer key. Okay. And then with the answer key, I'm going to choose the correct answer, which is John Adams. And then this is so important. I've got to give it a certain amount of points. I'm going to have 3 questions. So I'm going to set it up for 33.3 points. And then I'm going to click on done because that's going to be a third of my quiz. And then I'm going to go up here to this little arrow that says add question. Okay. And then my next question is going to be, what year did the Civil War end? And I'm going to make sure it's on multiple choice. I'm going to put 1860, 1865, and 1888. And I want this to be required. I'm going to click on my answer key. It was 1865. And I want to assign this also 33.3 points, which looks like it's rounding for me. So this is going to not be perfect, but it would be more perfect if we would do 4 questions, but I'm trying to save time because I'm doing a tutorial. All right. And then I'm going to go to my last question. And I'm going to put, what color is not on the American flag? Which is too easy because I've got the American flag in my header up here, or a version of it in the header up there. So I'm going to put green, red, blue. Okay. And then I'm going to make it required. I'm going to go to my answer key. The correct answer is, of course, green, is not on the American flag. And I'm going to go back over here, and it's not letting me do decimals. So we're going to put 33 points. Okay. And that would be it. And then I can do a little preview here if I want to. Let's see, this looks good. This looks good. So this is what the student is going to see. Okay. All right. Our preview looks good. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go back to my teacher tab. Okay. Very important that you've got it clicked on grade importing, because I want the grades to be imported because I don't want to grade it, right? I want the Google suite to grade it for me. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here. If I wanted to assign this to more than one class, I could check on the classes that I want to assign them to. This is just for my Friday fun class. If I wanted to give a little quiz to specific students, I could, but I'm just going to give it to all my students, of which I only have one, because this is a mock thing. I can put a due date on it just like I can with another assignment. Okay. And I can give it a topic. I'm going to create a topic. I'm going to call this social studies. Okay. And I could attach a rubric if I needed to, but I don't need a rubric here. And then I can click on assign. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back over here to my student tab. Right. And I'm going to refresh. Oh, Mr. Griffin wants me to take a quiz. It looks like he's posted a new assignment, the American History quiz. Wow. So I'm going to click on that. Let's see. After viewing the documentary, I already watched that I showed yesterday. Please complete this quiz. So I'm going to click on the quiz. All right. And the second president, I think that was Thomas Jefferson. The year Civil War. Let me look. 1865. What color is not on the American flag? Too easy. Green. And then submit. Okay. Yeah. See, When the student clicks view score, which I have it set on, you can see that they made a 66 because they got 2 questions right. All right, so the student can see their score right away. So that gives them some feedback, which is real super important right now. So it's not so much about the grade as is the feedback, right? Not so much the grade as the feedback. So let's see what the teacher sees. Okay. We come back over to the teacher tab. I'm going to refresh. Okay, American History quiz. When I click on that, looks like I've got one turned in. The teacher will see that. I can click on, I don't need to do that. We want to click on the one turned in. Okay, now this is real important. See, right now, my student, who is me, another version of me, my Hardnet students, I don't see a score by the potential points. I'm going to come over here and click on import grades. Are you sure you want to import grades from the American History quiz? Import. And see, the grade is right there. It just pops it in. Too easy, huh? And then you can see how many have been turned in, how many have been assigned. You can import your grades, and you can have some good data that you can use when you go to plan your next steps with remote instruction. So I think that's all I have on creating quizzes that score themselves. Again, I could have picked 3 questions is just what I chose for this tutorial. I don't know how many questions it will allow you to have more than 3. I've seen before, but you can set it up with as many questions as you want to and with as many choices as you want to. So if there's any way that I can help you with your remote learning and teaching, please reach out to me at G Griffin and let me know. I hope this tutorial has been helpful.